What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing a review on the Nokia 6.1 smartphone. Now, let's get into the video. So taking a look around the design of this phone, you can actually see it looks relatively modern, besides it having slightly big bezels on the top and bottom. So on the side, you've got your power button and volume rocker. Each of them have a nice satisfying click. Double press of the home button will take you to the camera app if you have that enabled. On the back, you can see your camera lens, which is elongated for no reason whatsoever, and you can also see there your Zeiss branding. Here is your fingerprint sensor, which has a ring of that sort of copper material, or that copper color on it. Your Nokia branding, some more branding out here, so HMD Global, Android One. On this side, you can barely see it, but that is your SIM and SD card slot. And on the bottom is your microphone. Oh no, you've got a microphone on this side, which you can barely see because this doesn't really want to pick up focus. Your USB-C port and your speaker. And on the top there, you can see this phone has a headphone jack. Very nice thing to see on a phone these days. Taking a look at the software of this phone, this is running a stock version of Android 10 with Nokia's small little additions added to it. So if you swipe down, obviously you get your quick settings. So you've got Wi-Fi, mobile data, do not disturb mode, stuff like that, which you can also edit with the pencil in the corner. And then the gear icon will take you straight to your settings panel and change things like your display, sound, storage. Here you've got your apps on your home screen. I forgot what this is called, but this is basically the default Google widget. I believe it is called the at a glance widget, that's what it is. So that will tell you your the date, weather, and anything else or any events you have on your Google Calendar. You swipe over is your Google Now feed, so that's where your news is going to be. Then over here you can make another page if you want to, and this is for your widgets, which you can access by tapping and holding on the screen. Tapping widgets, selecting any one of the many widgets that are available through different apps that you have pre-installed. And with the gesture controls of Android 10, if you swipe up slightly, you get to your recent events, or recent apps, sorry. Then if you swipe all the way up, you can get to your app drawer and gain access to all your apps. So let's quickly talk about the specifications of the device. The Nokia 6.1 is running the Qualcomm Snapdragon 630 processor, 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. And that is paired with a 3000 mAh battery. Now it charges with USB-C, and it has a 16 megapixel rear camera and an 8 megapixel front camera. The rear does 4K and the front does up to 1080p. And like we've already mentioned, the OS is running Android 10 and could potentially be upgraded to Android 11 in the future. Now the Nokia 6.1 is actually my daily driver device. This is the phone I use every day for all phone stuff. So I have a screen protector on this and a cheap case I got online, and they always stay on the phone because protection for a device is always important. Now let's talk about some performance stuff. Just scrolling through, the interface feels reasonably snappy. It has slowed down over time, but obviously that's expected overuse. Phones and devices definitely slow down after a while of using them, even if it could even slow down in the first week. So it doesn't really matter though. Animations still feel pretty smooth considering this has had 2 full software updates. This shipped with Android 8 and is now running Android 10. And as you can see, things are running nice and smoothly. And performance is also pretty good for this device. So let's actually play some music. So if I go to... Okay, I don't have it. Alright, I'll go to the Files app to open it. So let's find some royalty-free music. I'm sure I have some on here. Yes, I do. Okay, so if I crank up the volume, we could also test the speakers while we're here as well. So this is my friend's song by SM Studios. It's called Tree. So we'll scroll through where... So you can kind of see here what the speakers on this device sound like. Obviously they're not great, it only has a single mono speaker at the bottom, but it's perfectly fine for the average person. Also go check out my buddy Sean's music on SM Studios. He's just started doing a few royalty-free music tracks. This one's called Tree. Absolutely awesome stuff, you should go check it out. For the price of this device, I actually think it's still relatively good value even today, considering the other $300 phones of the market. So, as I've just said, the price of this phone is 300 New Zealand dollars, which is probably around 200 US, give or take a little bit. And in that price range, there is a couple of Samsung phones, some offerings from Oppo, Huawei, Xiaomi. There's a few phones in this sort of $300 price range, and most of them are actually pretty good. But most of them are either more power, but some of them give up on a few build quality specs. As you'd expect from a Nokia device, build quality is absolutely solid, built like a brick. These Nokia phones are built extremely well. So that's one of the advantages with this phone, is that it has a rigid metal design. It also has, as you can see, some sharpened grips and they're not rounded off, which I actually sort of prefer. It gives you a little bit more grip in the hand, whereas some phones can be a little bit slippery, considering the metal on this is actually quite slippery. So if you want a decent performing phone with good specs, great build quality, okay speakers, and enough storage for whatever you want to do on a device, this phone is going to be great for you. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, remember to hit that thumbs up button or subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Catch you guys later. Peace out.